Animations in PowerPoint are a very powerful method of including movement into a presentation, which is useful for developing e-learning. Animations allow objects to appear, disappear, and move on the screen. You can manage animations by clicking other objects on the screen. These objects are known as triggers. To start, I've drawn a rectangle with some text and inserted a graphic of a panda. Select the Animations menu from PowerPoint and click on the Animation pane to show the animations that you are building. Next, click on the panda and select that we want this to appear. We then say that we want this to appear when we click on the trigger, namely the rectangle that we've drawn. When we play this slide, click on the rectangle and the panda will appear. However, we can take this a step further. By adding a second rectangle, we can also make the panda disappear. We already have an animation on this slide, so select Add Animation to add a second one. We go down to the Exit options and select Disappear. We then select the trigger to be the new rectangle that we've drawn. Playing this slide shows how we can click on the one button to see the panda and the other button to make the panda disappear. It can get confusing when you have multiple objects on the screen, and so we can name these to make it easier. Click on the one rectangle, select Format, and choose the Selection pane, closing briefly the Animation pane. We can now see every object on the screen and rename these Hide Box and See Box, and finally rename the graphic Panda. When we reopen the animation page, we can see animations are renamed, with the icon being called Panda and the trigger names updated. Let's take this another step and introduce movement. Again, we click on our graphic, and this time, instead of selecting Appear or Disappear, we select a motion path. This path will be a simple straight line. We can edit any of the paths. In this case, I'm going to make this slightly diagonal, and again select the trigger to start the animation. To add some more movement, we can make the panda move around a shape, in this case a circle. This can be expanded, and again the trigger can be selected to make sure this happens when the box is clicked. Once the slide is played and the button is clicked, the panda moves. Using this technique, you can add animations and movement into your presentations, such as clicking on an office to move a car home. This has simply been an overview of these functions, and more detailed guides can be found via YouTube and Google.